this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create these simple and easy floral leaves for your bouquets. These are going to add a whole load of beautiful greenery. They're kind of like a background feature in your bouquet, but I still think they're such an important way to add a bit of that dimension and greenery into your piece. Alrighty, let's dive in. To create your green leafy stems, we're simply going to be using 4 pipe cleaners in the leaf color of your choice. In this case, I am going to be using these dark green leaves, but make sure you check on your specific bouquet online guide exactly what colors are needed for your kit to make sure that you are creating them in exactly the right way. To create your leaf shape, we're going to be taking all 4 of our little stems and we're going to be cutting them in half with scissors. This will give us 8 smaller leaf pieces, and these are the pieces that we're going to use to create each tiny leaf and then put our green stem together. To create your small leaf, you're going to take the tip of one of your halves and you're going to twist it around your finger so it creates a small loop, and then you're going to give this loop a twist on the end. Should look just like this. Then you're going to take the long tail that you have and twist it around that same loop again so that you create a larger rounded sort of leaf shape, and you're going to give that a twist as well. And that is going to create one of your little rounded leaf shapes. Alrighty, we're going to repeat that step for all of our leaves so that we have 8 of these tiny leaf shapes. So I'll show you again. You're going to take that end and you're going to twist it around your finger so that it's overlapping just slightly by a centimeter or so, maybe even less. You're going to give it a good twist. Then you're going to take the rest and twist it around like so. Twist and twist. You should have a little tail there. To assemble your leafy stems, all you're going to need is your 8 little pieces of your leaves. You'll need one of your floral stems and of course your floral tape. Now, this is another one of the flowers that doesn't really need hot glue or your glue dots, because I find that wrapping the stems as is normally completely fine for securing them. However, if you find you're having a hard time securing the ends, you can always use probably a half piece of the glue dot so that it's not too big and bulky, or a little dab of your hot glue too. Either or will work. Before we attach these on, you might want to take some time to arrange the pipe cleaners of your little leaves to make sure that they are looking as fluffy and green as possible. If you have a really large circle shape in the middle, you can take your fingers and pinch the 2 sides together so that you can see more greenery and less of the circle gap where your finger was. It's totally up to you. You can also trim some of these if you think that they're going to be a little bit too long. In general, I find maybe a couple centimeters is a good length to have. Any more can be a little bit long, but there's really no hard or fast rule. There we go. To assemble, we're going to start by wrapping a bit of our floral tape around our stem. Now, our floral tape is a special kind of tacky and sticky tape that gets activated when we pull it apart just a little bit. So this kind of tape is easy to pull and tear. And there's sort of a fine line between pulling it so that the stickiness is activated and then not pulling it too hard that it tears completely. But if it tears, it's completely okay because it's super easy to rewrap or to cover in layers. So to begin, you're going to take a piece of your floral tape, you're going to pull it to activate it just a little bit, and you're going to begin wrapping it just below the tip of your stem. Come to the top of your stem, and then as you reach the tip, you're going to take one of your pipe cleaner pieces and you're going to wrap it around the top to be the top of your leaf, just like that. Alrighty, once that's wrapped and secure, we're going to keep adding more and more of our little pieces on either side until our stem is covered, or at least until all 8 of our pieces are securely on the stem. You can choose whether you want the pieces to be next to each other or to be staggered. I find that staggering them is easier to begin with, specifically for learning how to attach them to your pipe cleaners, because it's just easier to wrangle holding one instead of 2. But if you want to put multiple at the same time, you can. The only difference is to put 1, you just put 1 like this and keep wrapping. To put 2, you would hold 2 and keep wrapping. Alrighty. So now that I'm ready to add one of my pieces, I'm going to take it and I'm going to lie it flush against my stem, and I'm going to pull my tape and wrap it around. Pull and wrap. Now, in order to get a little bit of an angled look, I'm going to add another one of my stems just a little bit below it. So they're not exactly lined up next to each other, but they are close. So they have a little bit of a 1-2 look about them. Alrighty, keep wrapping it down. Then I'm going to grab another one of my stems. I'm going to add it there. And I'm going to add one more here. And we're just going to keep the process going all the way down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I never worry too much about making them perfect because I find it's quite easy to maneuver my stems around later on, and I just worry about getting them onto the stem to begin with. I shouldn't say maneuver the stems, maneuver my little greenery leaves later on. I just want to make sure they're on the actual stem and secure. Alrighty, now for this last one. If you do find that any have quite a short stem like this, these might be ones where you want to take a dab of your hot glue or a half piece of your glue dot to secure it, just to make sure you feel like it's not going to fall off. But in this case, I feel like it's still pretty secure. There we go. Alrighty. You can see I've kind of made these quite an organic shape. So there's 1, 2, and these are kind of close together and that's further apart. These are close together and that's further apart. I think it's kind of accidentally a pattern, but if I wanted to redo these, that would also be totally fine. I could do that by unwinding my tape and reorganizing them. You can also maneuver these so that they sit in different ways to make those differences less obvious. I can twist this around if I like that. It totally depends, it's up to you. I think this organicness is actually quite nice. I feel like that's the whole point of making or replicating nature and what we're creating. But it's totally up to you. There we go. I'm happy with how it's looking. So what I'm going to do is take my fingers now and I'm going to pull the florist tape and twist the stem with my non-dominant hand. Twist, twist, twist until I have covered my entire stem with tape. And when I get to the end, I'm going to twist as much as I can, and I'm going to use my fingers to really squish the ends down so that the tape does not come up. I'm going to take my scissors and give it a snip, and there you go. We've created our little leaves. Oh, how sweet.